Next up, co-angler Alex Roberts. Second in the points race. He does have a good sack. He's ready to whale. 5 bass in the bag. Alex Roberts, gonna go.
Most tournament anglers say they would rather win Angler of the Year than a championship or classic because the Angler of the Year award proves an angler's consistency, adaptability, and overall fishing ability throughout an entire season, which is no small feat. God has given me some amazing moments this year, from catching a fish on my absolute last cast to snatching one off the bed for a top 5 finish. I'm coming into the Wheeler Lake Super Tournament sitting in second place with maybe the best chance I'll ever have to win Angler of the Year. Now all we have to do is fish like it's up to me and trust like it's up to God.
Made it. Hey, good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck to you, bro. Best of luck to you.
We basically spent the entirety of our day up in the Elk River fishing bluff walls, rocky banks, and laydowns. So this is really just a shallow power fishing day, which I feel like is somewhat of a strength of mine. But I will say this is the kind of fishing that your boater's always going to get the best cast, which I don't have a problem with, but it's just kind of how it sets up.
I don't even know what 12-inch fish looks like.
I'm not sure that one will make it.
But I'll measure him just to get it started.
Let's see. What do we got?
11. Oh, quick. Don't hurt yourself.
Yep.
All right.
It is a bite.
Me.
Good job, man.
Just set him down.
Decent number 1.
Yeah.
Kind of why I keep throwing it. I'm like, man, this stuff looks perfect for one. Well, that's what I need. I mean, he can be 5 if he wants, you know? That's a big one, dude. Take your time. Take your time. I got you. You might be
request a 5-pounder, and guess what? Appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. That's a big.
Yeah, he done nice.
Good job, man. Maybe they will eat a spinnerbait.
I'm sure didn't have any problem with it.
Yeah. Jeez, man. That's a good one.
It don't take much to get the gills.
Good job, dude.
So at this point in the day, I decided to take this jerkbait off because this watercolor was just not right for the jerkbaits that I had, and basically decided to tie on a 5-foot diving square bill, Spro Little John. So my strategy from here on was basically if we had rocky banks, I would toss the square bill, and if we had laydowns, I would toss the buzzbait or the spinnerbait.
A little bit. There's a fish. There's a fish.
Got him?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We got number one, finally. Thank you, God. There's one. Yeah. I got him. Oh, he came off. Barely had it.
Now, I don't think that that fish had that bait very good, but I decided to go ahead and change these hooks just in case.
There we go. I got him. On the buzz. Yeah. Not a big one, but it is number two. On the buzz bait. Oh, I'm more than all right. Not a bad fish. Still on there? Dude, that is wild. Pretty fish. Good job, dude. Is that number 4 for you? Yeah. Heck yeah, dude.
Shame he couldn't have been another big one.
Pretty. It's a very pretty fish.
Yeah. It's probably just sitting there on a stick.
Good job, dude.
Now, as a co-angler, one of the most important things to have is a bait that, 1, you have confidence in, and 2, can get through heavy cover without getting hung up. Now, for me, this is a buzzbait, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you guys my full buzzbait setup. Now, I know having a loud topwater as your confidence bait fishing behind someone sounds counterintuitive, but you got to think about, you're making casts that not a lot of people will make. You're fishing super shallow water, you're fishing behind people, you're fishing less than ideal situations. So, having a bait that those fish probably don't see very often can actually be to your advantage.
Yeah, I got him.
Nicely done.
Keeper.
Yes, sir.
I was just thinking about how we haven't caught one doing what I was just doing. Skinny number 3. but it's on the buzz bait, so. He's got line coming out of his butt.
That's that son out here the other day.
Think so?
Don't pull on it, you'll kill it.
He's a keeper, right?
Oh yeah. Right there on the block.
Oh. Terrible. Mm. Yep. There's one. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Number 4?
I think so. I'm gonna measure him though.
Number 4.
I think he'll keep. Yeah. Alright. He was on the inside of that lay down right there. Alright guys, spinnerbait. Alright guys, number 4. Another, 13.5 incher, but it's number 4. Nothing it. I didn't think he was that big, man. I'm sorry.
He's not that big.
Good job, dude.
Alright, now here is a little tip for my co-angler buddies. Just because the boat is not moving and you're not technically covering new water doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue fishing and casting. I mean, look at how many casts I put here on high percentage areas, and it just ends up paying off because I keep going at it.
There we go. I got him. I got him.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you. All right. We got our limit.
Good job, man.
Thanks.
Where was he? Right up on the back?
He was right off with this little stick up right here.
He's not even spooky.
So-
I thought it was a log.
There you go, dude. Good job. Yes, that will help. Nice job, man. Good job. Hmm. Mm-hmm. There's one. No, I got him. I'm not sure if he's gonna help or not. Let's see if he keeps first. I don't think he even keeps. No, he doesn't even keep. Thanks, buddy. Nope. 11 inches. There's one.
Got him?
Yeah. I got him. I got him.
I'm losing.
He will help.
Where was he? On that log up there?
Just out there in the middle. Another live scope fish. Another live scope fish. All right. He's gonna help. Oh, that's pretty definitive. All right, guys, we got our first cull of the day. Decent little cull, I'll take it. There's one. Yeah. He ain't that big. Or is it a bass? What the heck? Sure felt like one. Sorry. Fagin.
Now, if you don't know, Wheeler Lake can get really bad depending on how the wind is, so we wanted to head back with plenty of time just in case the wind was really bad on the main lake.
No. All right, guys, we made the run back down to the creek where the ramp is. So we've got about 40 minutes left or so till we got to check in. A little less than that, 35 or so. Gonna see if we can catch a few here. I really don't know what to think. Obviously got the cull once, so super grateful for the bag I've got, but I have no idea what the cut will be. So what you guys see will be a completely unfiltered reaction, and we're one of the last boats that will weigh in, so we'll probably know when we weigh in whether we made tomorrow or not, so stay tuned. You're good.
You might back straight up.
Can
Yeah,
I-
you better back straight up. I'll watch it over here.
Thank you.
Just keep coming. Alex, right?
Yeah.
Man, it's good to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you.
You too.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can turn this way a little bit more as you're backing up.
All right, I'm sitting here in line to grab the boat, and I have not been listening to the weights, but I just heard that the co-angler cut is 8-9. I don't think I have that, to be honest. So, man, just trying to be real with you guys, trying to get my initial reaction here. Obviously, nothing's official yet, but it's going to be really close, man. We'll see what happens. Thank you.
13.6, 8.15. Mr. Wayne, you're in the parking lot. Can you hear my voice? Let's head this direction, please. Got fished away in the parking lot. Let's head this direction, please.
Got it.
We
Thank
weigh
you.
about 63 boats out of 68. Might as well weigh them all while I'm here. Immediately when I shut the scales down,
Big.
yeah, y'all been out there in this weather all day. We greatly appreciate it. But again, I just need y'all here to get y'all paired up. Let y'all know how we're gonna do take off and running.
Big is like 6'5", by the way.
But I'll make it as quick as possible.
Big is like 6'5", I think.
Oh, really?
Want me to get that?
Yeah, just hang it.
Yep. Can do. Yep. $66, Alex.
Next we got Kent Ware, the Goodisville. No, I want to wait total first. He's got a 5 bass in it. 5 weighing at 13 pounds, 9 ounce. 12th place. One more time you got it. That's a good one too. 6'5", my current big bass. 4.15 on that bass right there, Kent. Next up, co-angler Alex Roberts. Second in the points race. Pull that bag up. He must have a good sack. He's ready to whale. Let's see, Alex. 5 bass in the bag. Alex Roberts. Gonna go 8-2. 8 pounds, 2 ounces.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Thank you. Barely missed the cut, dude.
I hate that.
All right.
About a pound.
I don't know what it ended up being.
Did he tell you what place you were in? Hopefully you did well enough to do the points.
Hopefully. There's still a chance, but.
It was a good job. You did a great job.
All right, guys. So obviously, I did not make the day 2 cut and did not win Angler of the Year. So I was disappointed. I'll be honest. I was a little upset day of and just for a few days after because I know that that opportunity just doesn't come around a whole lot of times in your career, in your tournament fishing days. So I don't know what I could have done differently. I mean, the bottom line is I didn't get big enough bites to win. And I did lose that one that wasn't hooked that great. Looking at it, that fish was a decent one. I don't think it would have given me a pound of an upgrade, but you never know. So I can learn from that. I can make sure my hooks are all good, and there's only so much you can do, but still had a really good season. I'm very grateful for this, very grateful that God blessed me with this amazing season. I have to also shout out my boaters for the year, Phil Dutra, Cade Surratt, Neil Strickland, Austin Shields, and Kent, of course, who ended up making the cut and finished in, I think, in 6th. So hey, congratulations to you. But man, I don't get to where I'm at without those guys being gracious, putting me on fish, having me around fish. Had some really great days on the water all year. So also have to thank you guys for coming along this journey with me, for showing up week in and week out, month in and month out for the content. I just really appreciate you guys watching, and a lot of the reason I do this is for you guys. I mean, it is fun for me, but to get the comments I get, to get the interactions I get from you guys is just truly awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I don't normally do stuff like this, but I'll go ahead and break down the baits and the setups that I used for this tournament, just in case you guys are curious, because I don't normally do that, but change a few things up here and see if you guys like it. So the first bait that I did some damage on with the Spro Little John, awesome mid-diving square bill. You know, it's not a 3-foot diver, it's not an 8-foot diver, it's sort of that 4 to 6, I would say. And you guys can see this one has caught a fair amount of fish. It's a confidence bait for me in certain situations. This bait I have found is really good in heavy cover where I need to feel everything and kind of get that bait through stuff. So the laydowns that we were fishing up in the Elk and the Rock as well, super snaggy. I mean, I didn't put it in the video because it would be a 2-hour video, but me and Kent both got hung up a bunch. So this thing was key. Caught one keeper on it, had another fish get off on it, ended up changing the hooks, but I really do like this Little John. And I was throwing the square bill on 12-pound line. Now I know that's a little light for what we were cranking, but as a co-angler, I'm a little bit limited on, I can't have 4 square bill setups with me. So throwing this guy on 12-pound Seaguar and VizX with actually a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio, so a little bit higher of a Shimano SLX XT, and a 7-foot Bass Pro Shops cranking stick. All right, another producer for me was a good old spinnerbait. Now I feel like with the chatterbait and the emergence of it, a spinnerbait kind of gets overlooked nowadays. But I will tell you guys, I had a 1/2 ounce, so this is just a War Eagle spinnerbait. I had a 1/2 ounce tied on, it had some bigger blades than this, and you wouldn't think that that would make that much of a difference, but as you guys saw, Kent caught that 5-pounder on a spinnerbait very similar to this one. It wasn't the exact same, had a different skirt color, had different blade color on the bottom willow here. But this is just a 3/8 ounce double willow War Eagle with a little bit of a natural skirt color, which I wouldn't usually throw in this muddy water. But with the way that they were eating the spinnerbait that Kent was throwing, and the way I wasn't getting bit, sometimes you got to make these little adjustments that I wasn't totally comfortable not throwing, you know, a chartreuse and white skirt with maybe 1 or 2 gold blades in that muddy water. But it seemed to be the ticket, and I did get several bites on it. So good old 3/8 ounce War Eagle double willow spinnerbait. All right, setup wise on the spinnerbait, I throw it on 15-pound line with so that's 15-pound Cigar and Vizex with a 6.3-to-1 gear ratio, a little bit slower because you want to keep that bait in the water as long as you can at that good speed. Once you figure out kind of what that cadence is, that lower gear ratio allows you to keep that bait in the strike zone for longer. 15-pound line, slower gear ratio reel, 7-foot medium rod. It's an older Shimano SLX that I was throwing it on. Have not completed the whole MMA transformation yet, so I'm working on that. But that older Shimano medium, it's still heavy enough that I can really set the hook and I can boat flip these fish like you guys saw me do, but it's not gonna pop that spinnerbait out of the fish's mouth. So I would call it more of a medium heavy than a medium, but you guys get the point. So lastly, you guys know I've been waiting to talk about this one. If you watch the channel, you know that a buzzbait is in my hand pretty much from February until November, sometimes into December, sometimes into January. So you can catch them almost, I would say 90% year round on a buzzbait. And it's something I have a ton of confidence in around the Southeast, around a lot of cover, around a lot of water. So favorite buzzbait is gonna be this Accent. This is the Accent Jacob Wheeler series, the finesse version. It's just a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, has a little bit different sound than the full size. The full size is also really good, but I've found that year round, this finesse series is a little bit better in the 5/16. So as far as the trailer choice, this is just a Z-Craw, Zoom Z-Craw Junior. I mean, you guys can throw whatever trailer you want, obviously, but I have found this seems to keep that bait real stable in the water. It's got good action. I never run a trailer hook because there have been very few times where I'm getting short strikes on a buzzbait or a spinnerbait. I'm not sure why. I know Kent was running a trailer hook on his down at Wheeler, but just have never really had that issue. So I'm sure I'll run into it at some point, and you could definitely run a trailer hook on this, no problem. You guys see that Z-Craw lays just flat enough to where it wouldn't be a problem. But like I was saying a little bit in more detail about the buzzbait, oftentimes as co-anglers, you're faced with less than ideal casting locations. So going down the bank, throwing at laydowns, your boater's gonna hit 99% of the good casts, or they should. And that's just the game as a co-angler. So I feel like with a buzzbait, I can put this thing in some crazy places. Now, some of that is just my personal casting accuracy, and I've learned how to put this thing in some really interesting places. But part of it is that I can get this thing in and out of places that other things might. Even a Carolina rig, a shaky head, a wacky rig, these things you hear from a co-angler, I can fish those areas just as effectively with this, because let's be honest, a lot of that stuff is super shallow. So that fish is making a decision between biting a shaky head that's dropping right in front of their face, or looking up and going the opposite way and eating a buzzbait. So, man, this guy right here, it's been good for me all year as a co-angler, which doesn't happen all that often, you know, being able to power fish like I do. Some of it is luck, let's be real, that's just fishing. But some of it is being strategic about covering water with something they don't see a whole lot. So, hope you guys enjoyed a few tips and tricks I gave here. I know I don't normally do this, and if you're still watching, thank you so much. But I'm gonna close this out. This is gonna close out the BFL videos for the year. I've got one more tournament video coming out. It's on Lay Lake. I've got the Alabama Bass Nation State Championship, so that one will be fun. I will be throwing this a lot, I predict. But
Thank you guys sincerely for watching the videos this year, for keeping up with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.